could do it, you know. Take off, live in the woods.
They'd catch us.
Well, maybe not.
We wouldn't make it 5 miles.
I love watching like what characters survive and which characters don't survive, and it's engaging. You can try to figure out what's going to happen. I want to ask you, hypothetically, if you could look back at your previous characters in your career, which character have you played that you think would survive, and which character would not survive out of your previous resume?
Okay.
Characters in any film I've done?
Any film you've done.
I played an ex-sniper in Expendables too. He'd probably do pretty good.
That's a good line. Let's see. I played a vampire once in a movie, and a vampire's assistant, and that's an unfair advantage right there. Mortal being number one.
Probably did pretty good.
And then probably least likely to live. I played this kid in a movie called Firehouse Dog. He was a bit of a softie. He was really into dogs. It was all like, so he wouldn't do too well, I think. Yeah.
They need to throw you on a bee from Journey 2 and into this world.
Exactly. That'd be good. You just have to rock with me.
You're peck popping like bullets off. Which character do you think would have had the best chance of surviving, and which one would not survive?
I think my character from Winter's Bone would probably have a pretty good chance.
Yes.
And then my other characters, I mean, I played a pyro, and then I played a cheerleader. I don't know how well they would have done.
Wouldn't go so well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go so well. The Winter's Bone character, I think, is almost very similar to this character.
Yeah, very similar.
Being that only had one other character.
You had Zoolander. You had a cameo in Zoolander.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I did. So technically 3. But Nurse John definitely would have made it.
Yeah.
You think?
Nurse John?
No way.
Oh, yeah, he's from the hood. What would have killed him?
Avery Jessup. Avery Jessup, my character from 30 Rock, would kill everyone in that.
Yes.
She would run, like, just murder everybody.
Would Miri make it? I don't know if Miri would make it.
I don't know about Miri.
She'd throw coffee beans all over the place.
Yeah, Miri would be like, I don't know. And then just, like, probably wouldn't make it.
Well, the fella in the Eye of the Needle would have survived, no question. Casanova would have survived because he would have fucked his way out of there. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Welcome. The time has come to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
It's your first year, Prim. Your name's only been in there once. They're not going to pick you.
Tribute.
First of all, I love seeing female-led driven films. I think it's important. I think we need to have more of them. And I want to ask you, if you can go back over and looking at all the male-driven action films over the years, which one would have been cooler having a female-led character in that place?
Well, I don't want to say it would be cooler, but I would like to see Matt Damon and I trade places.
Yes.
And me do one of the Bourne films and him do, like, Catching Fire, Mockingjay.
Can we get Matt on the phone?
Because I want to see Matt Damon with a side braid.
Yes. We need to do this.
I know.
Let's get Matt on the phone legitimately right now.
Who has his phone number?
I don't have his number.
Who's got Matt Damon's phone number?
Anybody have Matt Damon's phone number in this room?
Our tributes, Peter Millar as Katniss Everdeen.
They just want a good show. That's all they want.
There's 24 of us, Gail. Only one comes out.
Josh has this great line in the film where he says that he hopes they don't change him. And I want to ask you guys both, when you first came to this business, even in the music world and obviously with the acting world, did you ever have that fear in the back of your mind that this business would change you, that you were worried about, like, I got to stay who I am? How do you stay who you are?
I mean, I knew they would try, and they did try, but I wasn't going for it. Before I even had my record deal, I was offered deals, big deals, if I would change. We'll sign you. We think you're talented, but you can't make rock and roll. You got to do this. And I didn't take those deals. And this is when I was living in a car, had no money, and I didn't take those deals then. So I definitely wasn't going to let anybody change me after the fact.
Was that a fear for you as well?
I think it's a continual fear for me. I mean, I think as a woman who is not 20 in this business, there's a lot of pressure to...
You're not 20?
I'm not.
Oh,
there's a lot of pressure to... I think aging gracefully is a great virtue, and I hope that I can stick with it. I'm really trying, despite all of the pressure, to to mess with your face.
You're a classic, though.
No, yeah,
100%. Yeah, I mean, for me, since I first started when I was 9 years old, I always wanted to make sure that I was okay with who I was as a person first and foremost. I mean, most people know what's right and wrong and know when they're acting like an asshole and when they're not. So for me, I always wanted to make sure that I stayed true to who I was as a person and didn't ever let that change me. And just like Peter does in the games, for sure.
Right. And what about you?
Absolutely, yeah. I came from a great family who's always been big believers, and standing up for what you believe in, and staying yourself, and being honest, and I very much try to keep that with me.
So you're here to make me look pretty?
I'm here to help you make an impression.
And so it was decreed that each year the 12 districts of Pan Am shall offer up in tribute one young man and woman between the ages of 12 and 18 to be trained in the art of survival and to be prepared to fight to the death.
Now, what do you think this film says about society in general, in the sense that we always watch news and it's always about who just died, what person got shot where? Do you think we are far away from watching something like this ever happen on screen in our daily lives?
I'd like to think that we're very far away from it. I think that the reason that it gets people as much as the way that it does is because it's kind of it's fiction and it's a work of fiction, and we're not making a political statement at all, but I think that people can relate and they can kind of see a kind of terrible reflection of our society and of humanity in this.
I think it's already happened. I mean, in ancient Rome, they did this, right? And this was their entertainment. And, we pay bums to fight each other on YouTube. I mean, it's not, how far away are we? I feel like that's really why this movie appeals to so many people, because it says, embrace the light and the love and the hope, and please don't embrace this, base nature that we also all have inside of us.
This is the time to show them everything. Make sure they remember you.
I just keep wishing I could think of a way to show them that they don't own me. If I'm gonna die, I want to still be me.
I just can't afford to think like that.
Now, you guys go through physical transformation when preparing for this role, and an emotional transformation. I think the movie has a great emotional core. As also, you guys are really awesome in the movie as well. And I want to ask you, as actors, is it harder to go through a physical transformation or an emotional transformation?
I kind of feel like physically.
Yeah,
I mean,
physicals,
emotionally, I kind of feel like you can sort of, it's all mental.
I mean, you have days where you'll be emotionally drained from doing a scene all day and then over and over, and it could be a very emotional scene, and that's very draining. But physical is tough as well.
Tough, yeah.
Willpower, and I mean, he had to gain weight, I had to lose weight, so I have the willpower and just not eating food and training at the same time was really tough.
My favorite line in the whole film is that you say that hope is the only thing that's stronger than
Can
fear.
I tell you, that's not in the book.
Yeah, it's a wonderful line.
But it's Gary Ross.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about it. He's a writer of such intelligence. He was able to take and get the very essence of the film, of the book, everything, in a couple of words. He is able to say, okay, we take 24 people. We could kill them all. Why not? I tell you why not. We leave one alive because hope is stronger than fear. Right. And hope is a spark. Gives people hope, a spark. You have to be careful it doesn't become a flame, because that flame will burn you.
Agreed. And can I ask you, when you first came to Hollywood and you first got into this business, were you more hopeful of your career or fearful of what was going to happen to where you are today?
I'd been an actor for... I'd only been an actor for 15 years when I came to California. And I came to California because of Christopher Plummer. I'd done The Dirty Dozen. Bob Aldridge's agent phoned and said, I was in London. He said, you have a chance to have a career in California. And I said, terrific, I just don't have the money to get over there. He said, well, maybe you better stay in London. And my then wife said, why don't you call Christopher? I had done a couple of televisions with him. He was in Canada doing I don't know what he was, some Shakespeare play, maybe Hamlet, I don't know, at Stratford-on-Avon. And I phoned him and told him what was going on. I think maybe I woke him up. And he said, tomorrow morning, you know something, I bet I did wake him up. Tomorrow morning, go down to my lawyer's office, and the money to get you to California will be there. He made my life. I flew to California on Chris's ticket, and I'm sure he was happy to have his Academy Award, but I think I was happier.
Right.
I flew on his ticket, and stuff happened.